Imagine a nation erased from the world map, its language banned, its culture crushed, its people scattered. Most would vanish from history. But this is the story of a country that defied all odds, not once, but time and again. How did a nation seemingly wiped out 4 times endure such monumental challenges and rise stronger each time? Today, we uncover the incredible resilience of a nation that refused to disappear, rising from the ashes of history to reclaim its place in European politics, economy, and culture. This is the story of a country unlike any other. This is the story of Poland. Poland is a fascinating country that serves as the geographical and cultural crossroads of Eastern and Western Europe. Located at the center of the Northern European plain, Poland has been a nation of survivors since the foundation of the first Polish state more than 1,000 years ago. The roots of Polish history can be traced to ancient times, but the Kingdom of Poland was officially established in 1025, when Bolesław I the Brave of the Piast dynasty was crowned its first king, transforming Poland from a duchy into a kingdom. The years that followed were marked by power struggles for legitimacy, until finally in 1102, Bolesław III Wrymouth became the ruler of Poland. But upon his death in 1138, the country was divided among his sons into 6 duchies. As a result, Poland entered a period of feudal fragmentation that lasted for over 200 years. This period of disunity was not the only time Poland would cease to exist as a cohesive nation. Its existence would be erased 3 more times. After centuries of division, Poland's monarchy was finally restored in 1320, under Władysław I the Short, setting the stage for a golden era. The kingdom thrived for nearly 5 centuries, achieving milestones such as its first female monarch, a cultural renaissance, and the formation of the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth. At its height, the Commonwealth was among Europe's largest political entities, known for its progressive governance, moving away from monarchy to elected leaders. Henry of Valois was the Commonwealth's first elected leader, who then interestingly fled Poland within a year of his coronation, when he found out that France had a vacancy on the throne, where he became King Henry III. As all good things come to an end, 2 centuries and 10 elected kings later, the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth started sliding into extinction toward the later part of the 18th century. In 1764, the royal election brought Stanislaw August to the throne, a ruler handpicked by Catherine the Great of Russia, who expected him to be her puppet. This foreign interference sparked outrage among the Polish nobility, culminating in revolt in 1768. The rebellion's failure marked the beginning of Poland's downfall. Following the suppression of the revolt, parts of the Commonwealth were divided among Prussia, Austria, and Russia in 1772, an action known as the First Partition of Poland. The outer provinces of the Commonwealth were seized by agreement among the country's 3 powerful neighbors, leaving only a rump state. Poland was partitioned again in 1793 and for the 3rd time in 1795. After 3 partitions, Poland ceased to exist as a geopolitical entity. Its land was divided, its people ruled by foreign powers, and its very name was erased from maps. This was the end of Poland. For now. In the early 20th century, World War I shook Europe to its core, and for Poland, it brought an unprecedented opportunity. As the 3 empires that had carved out the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth more than a century earlier crumbled, Poland seized its chance. Poland regained its independence at the end of World War I as one of the outcomes of the Paris peace negotiations and the Treaty of Versailles. The Second Polish Republic was born. However, rebuilding was fraught with challenges, economic struggles, internal divisions, and hostile neighbors. Between 1918 and 1921, Poland fought 6 border wars, including the Polish-Soviet War. Just as it was beginning to stabilize, an even greater threat arrived, plunging not just Poland, but the whole world into chaos. On September 1, 1939, Nazi Germany invaded Poland, launching World War II. Poland's defenses crumbled against the overwhelming German offensive. 17 days later, the Soviet Union invaded from the east, and the two aggressors divided the country under the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact. Once again, Poland was effectively erased from existence. The atrocities were staggering. Millions of Poles were killed or displaced. By 1941, Germany occupied all of Poland as it started the invasion of the Soviet Union. As the tide of the war turned, the Soviet army entered Polish territory in 1944 and expelled the German army. As the war came to an end, the 1945 Potsdam Agreement allowed the Soviet Union to retain most of the territories it had captured before Germany's invasion of the Soviet Union. These were officially incorporated into the Soviet Union. Poland was compensated with German territories. With the new borders, Poland was shifted west in relation to its pre-war location. Poland lost 70% of its pre-war oil capacity to the Soviets, but gained from the Germans a highly developed industrial base and infrastructure, enabling a diversified industrial economy for the first time in its history. With the borders settled, though it seemed as if Poland could take a breather, the shadow of a new oppressor loomed over the country. After World War II, an Iron Curtain descended over Eastern Europe. The Polish People's Republic was established in 1948, and Poland fell under Soviet control, becoming a communist state. Yet the people's yearning for true freedom never faded. By the 1980s, the Solidarity movement, led by workers and intellectuals, demanded political reform. By 1989, the Iron Curtain began to crack, and Poland led the way in dismantling communist rule in Eastern Europe. A fourth resurrection was complete. Poland emerged as a democratic nation, joining NATO and the European Union, finally solidifying its place in the modern world. Today, Poland stands as a vital player in Europe. As a member of NATO and the European Union, Poland contributes to shaping modern Europe, balancing its deep cultural heritage with the challenges and opportunities of globalization. With its history of both tragedy and triumph, one can't help but wonder, will Poland's legacy of resilience continue uninterrupted? Or could the cycle of death and rebirth surface once again? If Poland's incredible story inspired you, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more fascinating tales of resilience and history. And as always, thank you for watching.